Hello and welcome to another episode of Grindslime TV with me, your host Aaron. And today we've got some Swedish death metal for you. Oh yes, but not the usual kind of HM2, Swedish buzzsaw death metal. I love all that stuff too. But this one's a bit more in the vein of like musically a mix between Bolt Thrower and Deicide. Oh yes, and that is Vomitory and their album Terrorize Brutalize Sodomize. Oh yes, if that doesn't sound like the ideal holiday, I don't know what does. Chains on the back there. Now, what I love about Vomitory is that where a lot of these death metal bands tend to forget that hardcore had such, and hardcore punk and had such a heavy influence on death metal. But Vomitory are one of the few bands that not only remember it, but embrace it. This is a great album, by the way. All their albums are good. Some are better than others, as you can probably imagine, is the case with all bands. But Vomitory, they've got a pretty consistent back catalogue from what I've heard, which is pretty nice. Always nice to hear. There's no like, oh, that's the shit album. You don't really hear that a lot. There's, on the back there, he looks a bit like Eric Roten there, doesn't he? Only much taller. That's what's his face's brother, I think, if I remember rightly. 10 tracks, all really good, all fun. Really good solos on there. I like this as well, because you've got that circular saw all covered in blood there. But then when you take it off, it leaves a little blood bit behind. Look, isn't that cool? I like it when a little bit of thought goes into the packaging. It's always nice. Though I can't say I'm a huge fan of like photo artwork. I much prefer like paintings and like really cool drawings and stuff. But this was like 2007, and around that time, like I remember a lot of photos were being used and utilised within death metal, particularly the brutal death metal scene. They sort of adopted it, and I don't know, just it's cool. It's not a bad album cover. It's like, yeah, it'll do, but I wouldn't want it on a t-shirt or anything. You know what I mean? Not when you look at some of their other stuff. It's way cooler. But what I like about this record is that the vocal placement's really cool. The lyrics are really they're catchy, and you can sort of like get into them. But they're also kind of minimal. Like there's plenty of lyrics and vocals on here, but there's also good like 2-minute gaps all over the place of just music. So you've got a couple of songs there that are over 5 minutes, and you've got quite a few that are like over 4 minutes. And it's just nice to hear a load of riffing, loads of really cool solos as well, not just for the sake of it. These are cool musical sort of solos that actually have a bit of effort behind them. And if you like the old whammy pedal, that makes a couple of appearances. I mean, there's no Kirk Hammett fucking worship or nothing, but it's cool all the same. Best song on the album, I think, probably March into Oblivion. That's a really cool one. They're all good. Like I say, Defiled and Inferior is another good one as well. Your lyrics are basically, death, murder, war, little bit of a little touch on religion here and there, but for the most part, it's basically just your death, But got a nice little, nice heavy punk kind of feel to it, as I mentioned. Nice and heavy stuff. If you like bands as well, like Desecration, can't really go wrong with these guys either. And yeah, they're one of those more sort of simple, like meat and veg kind of death metal bands. Sort of like who's another one? Incision. Where it's just that sort of standard sort of here's some heavy stuff going on. But the drums, for me, are the standout on this. Really, really good drumming. Production's cool. It's you can hear everything. There's nothing to go mental over, but you can, like I say, you can hear everything. It gets the point across, and it's nice and heavy as well. But the drumming is definitely The top banana on this record, really cool blasts, really nice grooves going on, plenty of like D beats and stuff happening. It just brings a lot of variety to the record, you know. But everyone on here is good, but it's just the drums in particular do it for me. So from Metal Blade 2007, Vomitory, Terrorize Brutalize Sodomize. Their best album is Raped in Their Own Blood, but that's usually the case. It's always the first or second album. That's usually the best ones. But this one, nice and cheap to find, easy to find, and you can't go wrong with it. So keep it extreme, keep it underground, stay healthy. It's not very sunny out there.